Coming up on The Biz, when we come back, we're going to speak with the CEO of iMesh, one of the largest music sharing services. And the success of Apple's iTunes shows that there is a market for paying for music downloads, but the Apple computer service continues to be dwarfed by peer-to-peer file sharing networks. iMesh is one of the largest file sharing networks, and many of its users were named in yesterday's RIAA lawsuits. Joining us now from our Jerusalem bureau with more is Elan Oren. He's the CEO of iMesh. Thank you for being with us today. Tell me your thoughts on this line of attack that the music industry is taking on the very customer base that it is trying to appeal to.
Well, I think that the main issue is this a smart move? I think it's bad for business, for our business, and it's probably bad for the music industry business, because they are suing, probably in most cases, teenagers, which are the potential customers of us and them. So it's probably not going to do any good.
What is your sense about the way that the music industry is trying to embrace now, some might say thanks to services like yours, the internet as a way to sell music?
Well, I think it's a positive step in the right direction. What is ultimately left is to make the music, the original music, available in services like iMesh for the vast community of tens of millions in the United States to make a choice to download the original files, so they're not left with just file sharing.
Do you think your users would be willing to pay for music, and do you ever see yourself getting over to a pay-for-play model so that copyright issues can be protected for the artists whose music is being traded?
Oh, sure. We have urged the industry since day one from iMesh, since 1999, to make their music available on our services. And we are still very much sure that users will choose to take the original file and not risk being spoofed, being virused, or maybe even being sued by the copyright owners. I think that the users in general were not born copyright infringers. It's just a very easy system to use, immediate satisfaction. Everything you would search for, you would find. Why not put the original music over there also? iMesh currently has original content on it, mainly games, and users in hundreds buy games on a daily basis. So why won't they buy music?
Does iMesh have plans to switch over to a pay-for-play model, or is that not in the cards right now?
It was always in our plans. We are trying to negotiate this with the industry, and we hope that the industry at the end will make that content available to us in our community. It will only benefit the artist, it will only benefit the industry. They're missing out for the last 4 years on this vast business that they could have done, and we're calling upon them to do this today.
Is it your sense that this, the prosecution that the RIAA has announced, these lawsuits, will cause more people to come to websites like yours, or fewer people?
I think it's not, at the end of the day, it's probably not going to create a big difference in the user's behavior. But again, I don't think it's good for the business of iMesh or for the business of the industry to sue their potential music lovers. It just doesn't make any sense. I think that the right thing to do is make the content available, make the users make the choice to download the original file. If then they don't, then it makes a lot of sense to try and prosecute those that were given the choice and still chose to download the non-original files and not compensate the artists for their content.
Elan Oren, thank you for joining us. He's the CEO of iMesh, coming to us by way of our Jerusalem bureau tonight over there, of course.